welcome to the good screen, where we take a break from the bad screen and we look at the good screen.
Yeah.
I feel like I haven't talked
have
about
a
our
line.
show's purpose in a long time. We've just been reviewing movies like, hey, welcome back to the good screen. We're watching Halloween today. So, Lauren.
Wow.
No, welcome back. We watch movies, talk about games and TV shows, and anything we enjoy on the good screen.
Yeah.
I'm Russell,
I'm Lauren.
and today, for Halloween, we watched Halloween,
We
the
watched
original,
Halloween.
from 1978.
It was very hard to figure out which one was the right one.
I will go into that's what I was looking up.
Oh.
I was looking up this crazy timeline for the movie.
I mean, I could have told you the year.
Oh, no, not the year. Oh, no.
Oh.
I'm talking about, I knew it was the oldest. Obviously, the oldest one is going to be the one we want to watch.
Yeah.
So, since we just recorded our other episode on Friday or Thursday night or Friday,
Oh, yeah, literally 2 days ago.
We thought that we would skip the "What are you enjoying on the good screen" part and talk about Halloween memories.
Ooh.
So, Lauren, what are some of your favorite Halloween costumes that you have worn on Halloween?
Okay, so
they can be from old and new.
I had a very boring childhood. And my parents they only let me wear one costume.
A black cat?
It was a black cat.
No! Basic!
Because I always had black clothes, and I could wear a black jacket and be warm and have the cat ears on and still get the message across. I wasn't allowed to pick out other costumes as a kid. To this day, I've never been anything for Halloween but a black cat. That's the end of the story. I didn't have any fun Halloweens.
What about, I said current?
What do we do on Halloween, Russell?
Nothing ourselves, but last year we went to the hoo-hoo-ah, and you wore the hoo-hoo.
The fuck are you talking about?
We were gonna do the bing bang today, but we didn't do the bing bang.
The Ren Fair?
Yeah, the costume you wore there.
Are you talking about my cosplay?
Yeah.
I guess that counts.
That was for Halloween, Halloween time.
Yeah, we did do it around Halloween. Well, actually, no, last year we did it during Autumn Harvest.
Oh, shit.
Today
you almost wore it.
Yeah.
And today's the 30th.
It is. This is their last 3 weekends, mostly all of October. They always do Halloween weekends.
Yeah.
So people can just dress up as whatever.
Yeah.
But my friend that we were gonna go with got sick, and so we decided to not go because it's like our costume, her and I, it's like a pair.
It's like peanut butter and it's not peanut butter and jelly.
No, it's not peanut butter and jelly. It's Wirt and Greg from Over the Garden Wall.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to go as just Greg, and I didn't have any other costumes other than my regular Ren Fair stuff, and I feel like wearing that. And we decided to not go.
Yeah, we had a different kind of day, but that's okay. We had a good day either way.
A good day.
Yeah. Now we're making our soup.
Now we're making soup.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, what was your favorite Halloween costume? Because I know what my favorite Halloween costume of yours was, because your mother loved you.
I have a few pictures I can post.
Yeah.
I have 2 that I have archived, and another one that is out there somewhere.
Yeah.
Trust me, it's out there somewhere.
We'll find it.
So my first Halloween memory, and I'm gonna do this because apparently it'll affect my mood.
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk about my nostalgia.
Yeah.
It'll make my mood rise.
Maybe that's why I'm so depressed. I don't have any.
You don't have any nostalgia. Well, wait 5 years, and then you'll look back at this time like, oh, this was so great. Russell paid for everything.
Yes, I can't wait for that nostalgia.
No. That was rude.
Banana bread.
I'm gonna do that tonight or tomorrow. I mean, tomorrow they'll be perfect for it.
Okay. Anyways. Sorry, we sit next to our kitchen table when we do this.
And she smells the bananas.
And Russell's bananas are getting very ripe.
Someone's calling me. Spam risk? Yeah, I'm not gonna answer that.
Okay.
Anyway, so my first Halloween memory was my very first Halloween costume, which was Buzz Lightyear.
Yes.
I have a really goofy looking photo.
It's so good.
And I loved Toy Story. Toy Story was the first movie I remember watching. And I remember watching it in the movie theater, which is still there. And while we were watching the movie, we were always in the back row. I went with my grandma. And my grandpa, I think my grandpa was still, yeah, he was. And the back wall of this foam, and I picked it apart the whole time.
Nice.
Yep. Early memories.
Early memories.
Then my next one, I think the following year, I was getting a little older.
Yeah. I mean, that is what happens when time goes on.
And a little more of a gamer. And I was Sonic the Hedgehog.
Sonic. This is my favorite costume of yours. That
This is
picture
my
is so good. Your mom made you that costume.
She made it for me. You couldn't go out in 1990 late after like 7, maybe 7 or 8.
8, yeah.
I wasn't 8.
No.
Oh, 98. Yeah, probably 98 or 99. My mom made the Sonic costume because you can go out and make or buy a Sonic costume.
Yeah.
You couldn't buy any gamer costume.
No.
It was just Superman and Batman. And to be honest, back then, those comics kind of were in a sucky spot.
Not like you could really read them.
And kids couldn't read them.
Yeah.
So that was my second remembered one. I think the year before or after or somewhere in between actually is my next one I'm going to talk about. And it's also related to Toy Story. I was Mr. Potato Head.
I don't think I knew about this one.
Yep.
That sounds so cute.
My mom also made that one.
Aw.
Yep.
I hope we can find a picture.
And my sister was a ladybug. My grandma probably has a picture of it.
Mm.
It was on her fridge forever.
Yeah. Of you as Mr. Potato Head?
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure she still has it.
She probably is the duplicate. But, so those are the really young ones. And then and you hate this one. I've told you about this. In, I think, 9th grade or 10th grade, my friends, Austin and Nick, and if this is going to be the clip for the episode, this will be the clip for the episode. I'll tag them on Instagram.
Wow.
My friends, Austin and Nick, wanted to be prostitutes or hookers for Halloween. We were going to the other, oh, this is so cute, like Halloween costumes to, what the fuck is wrong with you? They wanted to be hookers for Halloween, and they like cross-dressed and everything.
Yeah.
And I was the pimp.
Yeah, that's really yikes.
I had an afro, sunglasses, the pimp clock, and I wore my only blazer that I had.
Cancel culture would have got you.
No, there's a picture out there. I didn't like to wear makeup. Let's just say that. I did not wear makeup.
Well, makeup is uncomfortable.
I mean makeup.
I wouldn't care either way. Makeup is uncomfortable. I don't like it.
No. Makeup. I didn't wear makeup.
I understand now. That would be even more uncomfortable.
It was fun. It was like one of the most fun times I had trick-or-treating. No, Siri, stop.
Is it time to stand?
No, it's not time to stand. I just sat down. And and that was an enjoyable Halloween. We took a big group picture, I remember. There's a picture out there somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, like, the year after that, I was a zombie, and then I was a banana, and then I didn't do it.
That banana?
That banana
that we have in the closet?
And I put my candy in the little pocket in the front.
You just dropped it in? That's awesome.
Yeah, it was fun. And then I think that was really it. That's how I concluded my trick-or-treating.
Aw, that's fun. Also, if it makes you feel any better about me always being a black cat, my brother was almost always Shaggy, I think. Because that was
pretty
easy.
Cool.
Well, because we had to wear khaki pants to school anyway, so my parents just gave him like a green shirt.
Okay,
like, here you go.
That works.
Yeah.
If we have trick-or-treaters tomorrow, or someone invites us to a party, I will premiere my first ever cosplay.
Yeah.
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 Should we talk about that? Can I talk about that?
I don't know why not.
Is it legal to talk about that?
Hey, Mama?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I think it's fine.
No, I'm just kidding. So, I was thinking about going to the Renaissance Fair dressed as this today, but we didn't go. And then before we even didn't go, I was like, I don't really want to dress up.
Yeah, you changed your mind yesterday.
It wasn't Renaissance themed enough.
Well, it's Halloween day. You don't have to do anything. Like, people go there as, like, the dumbest
Robots?
things anyways. Yeah.
Okay. Well, either way, I was like, I don't really want to wear this to It's not. It's not like a super. What do you? Oh, your arm. Yeah. It's not like a super Halloween or not Halloweenish, but like well put together. It's just like 3 parts, really.
It's pretty good.
It's
I
pretty
mean, that's
good
all
though.
it
Yeah.
is.
I was gonna go as cooking mama, but of course I'm a dude, so I was gonna be cooking papa.
Wow, so fragile.
Yeah, like okay. Well, are people who cosplay female Link fragile? No, they just want representation.
No, they're
Maybe
very
I want Maybe I like to cook, and I want to be cooking papa,
okay.
but it's cooking mama. Canceled.
Wow.
Canceled.
You told me I'm canceled?
I told you you're canceled.
What if we made you
What?
Big Naturals cooking mama?
Big Naturals cooking? No.
We get you big fake boobs.
No, thank you. I don't want to cross dress. So I got a bright yellow apron.
Yeah, fucking
From
fluorescent.
almost fluorescent. I wanted to take a picture of it and put
Yeah.
on the YouTube thing. Lauren made me a bandana that fits my big head,
I did.
and I have a white shirt and jeans,
Mm-hmm.
and that's it. That's the whole costume.
Yeah, that's all you need.
Yeah, maybe I'll make that loaf of banana bread and like hold it up.
Oh, that'd be cute.
Yeah, and be like, look at my big turd.
Ew. I was just gonna say we could capture it like better than Papa.
I wish I didn't say big turd and laugh like that.
I wish you didn't either. We could
Yep.
cut it out.
No, I'll just put like a picture of Donald Duck up.
Wow.
When you were dying laughing, I was thinking about when you were going, ooh, hoo, hoo. You sounded like Goofy, and I was thinking about flashing a picture of Goofy on the screen.
Oh, that would have been funny.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, these edits have to be as quick as possible, so I was like, no.
Yeah.
Next week or the week after next week, I'll be smooth sailing, though, because I only do 1 a week by then.
Yeah.
Other than costumes, do you have any other memories from Halloween? Anytime you did go to a party or
I was never
go
invited to
trick-or-treating?
parties.
No?
I always had to go trick-or-treating with my brother.
I'm going to need a more exciting co-host for this show.
I'm
Jesus
sorry.
Christ.
I have a story, but it's not a good Halloween story. It's
No, we're
No.
not bringing it down. We're not bringing them down. We're bringing them up today. It's Halloween.
Okay, then I won't tell the story.
What is it about? Just summarize it really quickly.
A kid getting hit by a car.
Getting hit by you got hit by a car?
No, not me.
Your friend got hit by a car?
No one I knew,
Your
but she
dad?
went to my school. God, no,
Oh.
I wish. So our neighborhood was split into 2 parts.
Yeah.
Kind of like there was one smaller part on one side of this big street, and most of it was on the other side of the street. Like it was like a little extension.
Yeah.
So sometimes we would go over to the bigger part of the neighborhood, and we were on our way over to the bigger part of the neighborhood after hitting all the good houses on our side.
So you did go trick-or-treating.
Yeah, I went trick-or-treating, but
Okay.
it was just my brother and I walking around. We hardly ever
That's
got
what
along.
trick-or-treating is.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember any of it, though.
Just a bunch of bros walking around.
Yes. But,
And they're pimp.
Jesus. We were getting ready to go over to the other side of the neighborhood when we saw an ambulance go by, and we were like, oh. Because it was like a parkway in front of our neighborhood.
That you drive on?
Yeah. And as opposed to the kind you park on.
You park in a driveway.
Yeah. Yeah, and you drive on a parkway.
Whoa.
Oh, big brain. And so anyway, this ambulance goes by, and we're starting to walk over there, and there's this like huge group of kids walking back. And their moms were there, and they're like, don't go over there. There's this girl dressed in all black, and she got hit by a car because they couldn't see her. And I was dressed in all black. And I was like, oh, yeah, I guess we shouldn't do that. So we didn't do that.
Wow. Well,
And
maybe you should have wore reflective tape. No?
my parents didn't ever buy that stuff.
Well, maybe they should have.
They just said stay on the sidewalk.
That's a good thing, too. I mean,
Yeah,
the
well,
car
she was
shouldn't
like-
be on the sidewalk.
Well,
That's
would
where you
hope
walk.
not. Yeah, like our neighborhood fortunately had good sidewalks as opposed to like some of the neighborhoods around here.
Yeah.
The sidewalk where we live is okay, but
Right.
you know what I mean. Some neighborhoods just don't have sidewalks at
You
all.
want people on bicycles to be on the sidewalk.
That's because they can't go as fast as a car.
But it's called a sidewalk. You walk on the sidewalk or
Okay,
run.
it's called get the fuck out of my way.
That's like if a car went up there, because a bicycle is a vehicle.
Goes 10 miles an hour.
Yeah, it could fuck you up if it hits you on the sidewalk.
Okay, anyways.
Anyway.
We're moving on. Moving on. I don't have any good Halloween memories. Sorry, everybody.
Well, I'm sorry. Yeah, let us know in the YouTube comments or on Twitter. Probably YouTube comments seem to be very popular.
Yeah.
We don't have any new ones.
Best Halloween memory is.
I don't think we have any new ones.
It's only been like 2 days.
It's only been like 2 days, but yeah, let us know what your favorite costume was, your memories.
Oh, what was your favorite candy to get?
I was big into getting Milky Ways and Three Musketeers.
My favorite, or what?
No, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say my favorite was always Twix or VCs.
Okay.
But I also, we had like a couple friends in the neighborhood that we would trade candy with, or like the next day at school. But I would always trade my Snickers and my Almond Joys because I don't really like nuts in my chocolate.
Oh, I like them too, and Mounds.
Yeah, no, fuck those. I would always trade all those because I don't like coconut either, like that much. So I would trade those, for like pretzels and gummy bears because nobody ever wanted pretzels or gummy bears, and I was like, hell yeah, I love pretzels and gummy bears.
Wow.
Yep. Usually if like the next day from Halloween was a weekday, normally we would bring our candy on the bus and trade.
What was always left in your candy satchel?
Like that we didn't eat?
Yeah.
That like my parents would graze on?
What would be the last thing? Yeah.
The dots.
Dots.
Nobody in my house likes coconuts, so it would always be the Mounds or whatever.
Yeah.
What else?
Mine would always be lollipops or Lifesavers. Cause they're like.
I liked Lifesavers.
Yeah, I like them, but like you're not just gonna like binge on Lifesavers.
No.
That's like before you go to school, pop one in real quick. Get a little sugar buzz before.
Yeah, I guess.
First period.
And Butterfingers were my favorite.
Oh, I like them too.
Those ones are really good.
Yeah, I'm afraid to eat them now. I don't know, like
much.
I haven't been to the dentist in a while, and it's like one of those things that kind of stays in your teeth.
It does.
Yeah.
it lives in there.
Okay. Did you ever get a candy that wasn't like conventional?
We had one house that would give out like prayer pamphlets.
Oh, yeah.
But they also gave out like grandma candy. Like they still gave out like those like grandma strawberry
things.
They gave out those,
yeah,
and like a prayer pamphlet.
Well, that's okay.
Yeah. That was about it. Otherwise, like the houses that would like give out pretzels, nobody liked those, but I loved them.
My grandma, when we visited her for Halloween, she would always give us some cookies.
Ooh.
No, my grandma didn't bake. It was like the Pillsbury cookies.
Yeah, that's fine though.
Give them a little.
I like overbaked cookies.
Yeah, but it was nice. It was nice to get that. Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was always nice to get. And I think one time someone gave us a caramel apple.
We never got caramel apples.
Yeah.
There are also surprisingly few king-sized candy bar houses in my neighborhood.
People didn't really do that until Reddit.
Oh, no,
until there was like a karma thing like, hey, look what we got all of our trick-or-treaters. Only 64.
Yeah.
Only take one.
Yeah.
Okay, well, so that sums up Halloween. Was there anything else that we missed?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Yeah.
All right, well, I guess we'll go ahead and transition over to the movie that we watched this week. The second movie that we watched this week, technically. Which is Halloween, 1978.
Yay!
In quotes.
Halloween.
Parentheses, not quotes. Okay, well, now we're back. I played the little bass line.
Yeah.
And now we're back.
We're back.
And Lauren didn't write anything down for this, so I'm going to really carry this one over.
Yeah.
Before I get into Halloween, neither of us, you've never seen this movie?
No.
I've never seen this movie.
I just knew of the character.
Everyone knows the character. Everyone and your mom.
Much better. Sorry.
Yeah, so everyone knows the character Michael Myers.
And Jamie Lee Curtis.
What was her name?
Laurie
Strode. Not a lot of people know Laurie Strode off the top of their head. Well, in my brain.
Her name's similar to mine, so
name.
I just remember. I didn't know her name before the movie.
I knew her name after she started coming back for the new ones. But yeah, so basically everyone knows Michael Myers. There's this one kid. I'm really dwelling on my high school
Oh,
years.
you're talking about high school again?
Yeah, I'm about to talk about high school, but there's a kid I went to high school and middle school with. He really liked the Halloween movies, and he would randomly play the theme song on his phone.
Even when it was in October?
No, he was cool about it. He was actually a really nice guy. Like,
yeah.
I saw him when I worked at Wise for a little bit, and doing all right, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. All I remember about him is he liked Halloween and Metroid Prime. Yeah. So if you're watching this, hope you're doing okay.
Yeah.
I know there's probably a lot more to you than that now.
He's a complex person, Russell.
Yeah, everyone is. So anyway, so we were trying to. I was trying to find a DVD copy of this movie at the mall, and I couldn't find the right one.
There's so many
because there are so many Halloween movies. Like, there's way too many. So okay, so they recently, and by recently I mean in the last maybe 10 years of each other, remade the original, or remade, in air quotes,
like a retelling
of the Halloween movie. So I was like, okay, well, that's confusing. And I was like, it has to be a different character. Nope, some of them have the same characters in them. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't have the original, and I was like, okay, let's go. We just rented it on Amazon like we normally do when we can't find something. And there were 3 Halloweens there. 3 movies called Halloween.
Yeah, and then there was...
Actually 4, because one of them was a duplicate of the first one.
Yeah, like the John Carpenter's Halloween. But the regular Halloween is the John Carpenter's.
Yeah, so Amazon, what the fuck are you doing, Jeff Bezos?
Yeah.
So I looked it up on Lay Reddit.
As one does.
And there are actually 3 timelines to the Halloween saga. Okay?
What the hell?
So number 1, the one that they want you to think is real. They want you to think is real.
Like the government?
Yeah. Is Halloween 1978. Halloween from 2018. Halloween Kills. And then Halloween Ends, which is the one that came out this year.
So that's the one timeline.
That's the number 1 timeline. That's the one that they probably want to continue because that's what the movies that they're making now. Yeah. And I really would assume that Halloween Ends is the last one.
I mean, there was also the other one that was supposed to be the last one.
Yeah. And then there's the second timeline, which I'm sure was the timeline up until Rob Zombie made his. Yeah. And I'm not seeing his on this list. Oh, okay. This list omits the 2 Rob Zombie films, which are entirely separate continuity and terrible, according to this Reddit user. Oh. Shit, I shouldn't have read his username.
You didn't.
I just did in my brain.
Oh.
Now I can.
Let me see it.
I'm gonna read it out loud. Old Dick Lemon 72.
What? Ew.
Old Dick Lemon. Okay.
Ew. For those who are maybe younger, because I know this, even though it's not normal. Lemon
Party.
What?
No. Sorry, go on.
No, I was going to say lemon was an old term for smut. Oh. If you were reading a lemon, that means you were reading smut.
Oh, okay. So Lemon Party with all the old dudes having sex with each other. Lemonparty.com was smut. You're telling me. It wasn't just a bunch of dudes.
I don't know.
Having fun with each other.
I know.
Because that was very popular in middle school to tell people, hey, check out Lemon Party and PennIsland.com.
I think they're 2 very different things. I think the term lemon that I'm thinking of was very early.
Okay, anyway, so the second timeline of Halloween, the movie where the guy murders people.
That was my foot.
That was your foot? Okay. Yeah. The second timeline was this is probably the one, of course, I said before. I'll recap because we keep getting sidetracked. This is probably the one that was canon until they decided to reboot it recently. Yeah. It was 1978's Halloween, the original. the second one, like Halloween 2.
Mm-hmm.
Then Halloween Returns, Halloween Revenge, or Revenge of Halloween, or whatever it's
Yeah.
called. And then The Curse of Halloween.
That's 6 movies. Or is that 7?
That's 5.
So many movies.
And then there's a third timeline. So the third one is Halloween 1978,
Uh-huh.
Halloween 2, H2O, which I'm not really sure if that's like the movie with the like a mermaid or something.
You're thinking of the show.
Yeah.
You're thinking of the show. H2O.
I don't know why that would be in the Halloween
I don't think
timeline.
it has anything to do with
That's
it.
so strange.
Maybe it's Halloween 2.
Is he like in the background of that whole show? And that's just like showing what he was doing between this and the fourth movie.
Yeah, he was actually in Australia.
He was?
I guess so.
And then the fourth one, which is Resurrection. So he was in Australia and then he came back for Resurrection.
He went down under.
I'll put the timeline pictures up for all these while I'm talking about them. So everyone knows what the timeline is.
Mm-hmm.
So now we cleared that up.
Yeah.
This is a Halloween horror movie classic. This is from the time when horror movies weren't necessarily spooky scary, but they were
Lots
intense.
of boobs.
They had some boobies so that your neurons were activated throughout the whole movie.
I saw a post on Twitter about this earlier, something about how old horror movies were more boob than they were horror.
That's
they could
true in this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
There were like 6 boobs.
I'd hope it was an even number.
Yeah.
So what did you think about this? Like, did you think it was a good movie?
I thought it was very boring.
You thought it was boring.
I'm going to upset a lot of people by saying this.
Whoa.
I thought this movie was extremely boring and drawn out and lackluster. I was expecting a lot more because of the cult following the series has.
I think it gets goofier in the next one.
It is so silly.
I liked this movie, but I had to bring myself down to earth for it. I had to put myself in the brain of someone who was maybe my age or a little younger in 1978.
A lot younger.
I had to become my dad.
Yeah.
In the movie theater in 1978. Fuck.
Yeah, I mean, seeing this back then was rated R.
Yeah.
So this was extremely scary for back then.
Yes.
And I mean, we also watched
Trick or Treat.
No, not that.
The Children of the Corn.
No, the first one.
Evil Dead.
Evil Dead, which was also a very old rated R movie, which was not at all scary and mostly funny.
Yeah. So
like
this one had some laughs.
This had a lot of laughs.
When all the people popped out at the end dead, and she was like, "Oh my god!" I was like, "Yeah, this is." Although I think Jamie Lee Curtis. You're
thinking of Jamie Lynn Spears. There's Jamie Lynn Spears. That
Jamie
was on
Lee
Zoe 101. This is Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah, Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yes.
Okay, I was making sure it wasn't Jamie Lynn Curtis.
No, it's Jamie Lee.
Jamie Lee Curtis did do a good job acting with what she had.
Yes.
To work with.
I think this was her first big role.
It was. Did you know that her mom was the actress in the Psycho movie? Like in the shower? Yeah, that's her mom.
Oh.
Yeah, so like she was pretty much like
born into it.
Yeah, born into it, or like just good, right place, right time, right age, right time.
Nepotism.
Too. Nepotism.
Yep.
Yeah, her mom was like a horror movie, and that was a horror movie.
Yeah, that's like a classic.
That's a really classic.
Did you know that was like chocolate syrup?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then what happened after things went in color? Like
they tinted it red.
Oh. Strawberry syrup?
Yes. No, in the original movie when they filmed it in black and white, I don't know if there's a color version of Psycho.
I don't think there is.
I've only ever seen black and white. But it was really common back then for things to be not the color they're supposed to be. Like people would wear like blue makeup to make them look
whiter.
Different. Like basically, yeah. Well,
that's
like
messed up.
People would wear funny colors of makeup because it showed up differently on the black and white camera than it did in real life, like the color tones and whatnot. And so in order to get something that looked stark enough and like a similar consistency to like coagulated blood, they used chocolate syrup.
Well, Alfred Hitchcock is such a good writer and artist in his craft that actually they did shoot it in color. I'm getting this from my sources right now in my ear. They did shoot it in color, but everywhere he goes, it turns into black and white because his life is like noir all the time.
Wow.
So he didn't exist in color. Like everything was black and white for him.
Are you sure he wasn't just colorblind?
No.
You can be completely
because he
colorblind.
projects it onto us whenever we see a picture of him. There's no color photography of Alfred Hitchcock. If there is, it's his body double.
What the fuck
Or
are you talking
like
about?
an AI recreation.
You're fucking with me.
I am. Yeah. I'm just testing you to identify fake news and stuff because of our Twitter overlords. But we're getting really distracted from Halloween.
You're the one that's getting really distracted.
I'm bringing it back though. So Jamie Lee Curtis's mom played, I don't know her name, in Psycho, and now she got her start in another horror movie, which is like a generational, like just as big as Psycho.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say so.
Mm-hmm.
I thought she did a good job in the movie. I liked how tense the story was. Like it is kind of goofy looking back at it, but there were a lot of moments that I saw that like it was like, oh, where is he gonna pop out from? That was a lot of horror movies are where is this thing gonna pop out from? Not like,
I mean, I understood that, but it's just when he did pop up, it was never scary to me.
Because of the noise, did the music make it not scary to you?
I thought the music was extremely annoying.
That's the point. It's supposed to bring tension. It brings even more tension.
I don't think annoyance and tension are synonyms.
Would you call this penis music?
No. Not synthy enough.
No, you're right. So, I liked it.
Okay.
I heard it gets pretty wacky later on.
Well, yeah, he dies at the end of every single one and always comes back.
Yeah.
Somehow, magically.
Yeah. I thought that the plot was, and I was a little confused as to why he was hated so much when all he did was kill like one person.
Yeah.
So we know of.
Yeah, he killed his sister and was sent away.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
He didn't like.
He was 6 years old and apparently he was already like lost and put into a psych ward immediately or whatever.
And then he just gets out somehow.
Yeah, and keeps killing.
The beginning part was a little strange.
That was extremely like
they were just all out on the road, and
yeah.
How does that happen?
I don't know.
A curse.
Well, he probably like formulated some breakout plan.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, so I like the movie. Do you want to do the IMDb thing, even though we skipped it, or we should probably not at this point? We're pretty far in. Lauren's tired. She took a nap. She's still tired.
Yeah. I am tired.
So, there's a whole subreddit for Halloween movies.
Oh, I bet.
Someone said, "My God, the sight of Michael just hits different when in VHS." Oh, this probably would have been more fun to watch on a VHS player on like an old tube TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, like look at this. Like, that's a little scary.
Sure.
Yeah. Oh, looks like found footage.
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
I guess it would be scarier if there was a found footage Michael Myers movie.
That would be scary.
Yeah.
There
you go, Hollywood.
Yeah. All right. You didn't write anything down for this famously.
No.
Even if you don't like the movie, you gotta write something down, Lauren. Come on. Come on. So, I will start with the very first thing that I wrote down before the movie even started.
The thing that I said?
Yes. I wrote Jamie Lynn Curtis. Oh my God. All right. During the opening crawl, Jamie Lee Curtis's name showed up saying, introducing Jamie Lee Curtis. Lauren then said, yeah, this was her first big thing before the Activia commercials. Have any other horror movie stars found themselves on TV promoting healthy living later in life that you're aware of?
I am not a cult follower of scary movies, so I have no idea.
Okay, maybe she might be a world record holder.
She's breaking the ceiling.
The glass ceiling?
She's setting a precedent.
She is. I think they should add a Guinness Book of World Records for horror movie icons who went on to promote yogurt.
Yogurt specifically.
Yeah, specifically yogurt. So I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Can you imagine just like starring in a few movies when you were younger and then suddenly someone comes up to you and said, "Hey, we only ever saw you in Halloween, but why don't you come show us this yogurt?"
Wow.
I'm sure that's exactly how it went.
Yes.
Why don't you look at this yogurt and tell us what you think of these probiotics, okay?
Wow.
Okay, so obviously you weren't a fountain of knowledge for that one, so
When am I ever?
when we talk about sewing.
Oh.
Which is like every podcast.
I guess.
All right, so another thing, in the beginning, it said that John Carpenter did the music for this movie himself. Have there ever been any other directors that you are aware of that did the music for their movies as well?
Russell. I'm not a movie.
You don't know anything about movies, do you?
No, am I supposed to?
I don't either. That's why I'm asking these questions. So these are open-ended questions. To anyone listening or watching on YouTube,
yeah,
please let us know if there were any other horror movie icons in yogurt commercials or commercials promoting health, like the opposite of a horror movie, healthy living. And were there any other directors that did their own music? Okay, well there goes 2 of my 4 questions already. I mean, this isn't going so well. So I actually the third one isn't even a question. I said I was surprised that a lot of this movie, like maybe like the first third, took place during the day.
Yeah.
And it was still kind of like,
broad daylight.
What's going on here?
Yeah.
Like, what was going on in the 70s?
He's being like a stalker.
Why did so much things happen in the 70s?
Because nobody cared.
That's insane. Like that's why this was probably scary back then. Like they were like, this could totally happen.
Well, yeah, there's that, but also even the part at the end where she's like all
on the
cut
phone?
up. Well, no, I was gonna say when she goes up to the neighbor's house and is like, "Please help me, call 911. Please fucking help me." They turned off their light and closed the shutters.
They turned on their light, looked at her, and then closed the shutters. Yeah. That's crazy. Like people were really in their own bubbles back then. Well, according to this movie, we weren't alive.
Apparently.
It's called Mind Your Own Business.
Where did this movie take place?
Did it say somewhere in Illinois.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And then I wrote down when Lori and her friend were smoking and toking, and they ran into her friend's dad at the bank. How did he not smell that weed? Like, come
70s weed was extremely weak.
Really?
Yeah, it was a lot weaker back then.
Oh. Do you think that all this is just a hallucination because Laurie Strode did the weed?
No, because she was seeing Michael Myers before she did the weed.
Maybe she's an addict, and that was actually her.
Be addicted to
I know.
weed.
I'm just kidding.
Especially
I'm
from
kidding.
the 70s.
I'm kidding.
Are you kidding?
Maybe it wasn't weed though. Maybe it was
laced
with fentanyl or something.
Ew! Don't say that. That's scary.
That is scary. Always check your drugs, kids.
Yeah.
But your candy's probably safe.
Yeah, your candy's definitely safe.
Yeah. Well, this one's gonna get age restricted on YouTube.
Wow.
Actually, you know what? They don't care about us. I stopped age restricting them.
Oh, good.
Yeah. If we get popular enough where they're like, hey, you actually swore like 2 times too many on this one, I'll be like,
okay.
Fuck you, YouTube.
Yeah.
No. I thought about not swearing as much on the podcast.
I don't think we swear that much.
I think we do a little bit.
We're adults, Russell.
Yeah. Well, not everyone on YouTube is an adult. And that's where we get most of our views.
Children?
No, YouTube.
Oh.
Yeah, all the children watching. Not like we're rolling in views, but as soon as I stopped doing that, like the numbers went up by like double, which is like 10 instead of 5.
Oh. Well,
it might also be because I'm posting it on other servers, so.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, that's all I really had for you. I thought it was good. I thought it was an interesting plot. And I know for a fact that it's going to derail and become a weird, wacky, goofy mess. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I did not enjoy this film. I thought it was boring.
Well, the good news is next month is your month.
It's my month.
So if you don't like any of the movies, it's
on me.
It's on you. We picked this one together, though. We picked Halloween together.
Yeah, we kind of decided we had to do Halloween on Halloween.
Yeah. We didn't really talk about Halloween that much.
Throughout the month, no.
No, like right now.
Oh, Are you talking about the movie or the holiday? Because we talked about the holiday bit.
We did. I'm talking about the movie Halloween 1978.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything else you want to add? What was the part that you liked the least?
Every time the music came on.
Ding 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 ding.
And then also the opening cut where it was just like, ee!
Oh yeah, that was
for
weird.
like 2 whole minutes straight, and I was like,
yeah,
this is not suspenseful. This is annoying. But also putting yourself into the mindset of like a 17-year-old seeing this,
and anything could happen at
50
any time.
years ago or whatever. Like
50 years ago. Oh, it's getting there.
Yeah.
Wow. Holy shit.
Yeah. Because my mom was born in 75, and she is going to be turning 50 in a couple years.
Yeah.
Yep.
Old hag.
Yeah. Yeah, this would have been extremely scary back then. And it also makes me curious about the horror that we watch now. To us, is extremely scary.
It's scary because
it is scary.
They've mastered it at this point.
There's that, but I also am curious about like 20 years from now, what scary will be.
I think a lot of scary movies now is just like gore. I think there's too much. I don't like that.
I guess. I mean,
Yeah.
my favorite scary movies aren't extremely gory.
Yes, they are.
No, they're not.
Okay.
Have you even seen them?
I've seen enough of one of them to know that it's actually pretty graphic.
Which one?
Midsummer?
Yeah,
where they pull the fucking lungs out of the back and hang the guy?
That's in the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, but that's horrifying. That's in my brain forever.
It's an ancient
I don't care what it is.
torture tactic.
I don't care what it is.
Yeah.
That's in my brain, and when I get reincarnated, that could be in there.
Wow.
I don't know. But yeah, so yeah, I think a lot of the new ones like Nope wasn't a horror movie. But
No.
Us was sort of.
Us was definitely suspense.
I like horror movies when the blood is super unrealistic. Like too much.
Because it's funny.
Yeah, when it's like that dark color coming out.
Yeah.
And like
cherry syrup.
Yeah, like cherry syrup or like literal chocolate syrup.
Yeah.
And like there's the weird fleshy bits and stuff. I don't like that. I think that's gross. I think it's just gross out.
Yeah.
But when something's actually like jumping out at you or like following somebody in the movie or they don't know and you can see, that's...
Yeah, like dramatic irony, yeah.
That's dramatic irony. That's
Yeah.
scary. And that's what I think horror movies are all about.
Yeah.
I think it's all about misleading the viewer as well. Sometimes
For sure.
Making the viewer feel like they're in a safe room or a safe scene, and they're not.
I mean, Hereditary had a lot of that.
Yeah.
Kind of.
I also like little breaks from the scary parts.
Yeah.
I do like to have my little peaceful times.
Well, the one thing that I like about, I guess, more modern horror
Yeah.
is when you go back and rewatch it.
It's not scary anymore.
Well, there's that, but also, like, especially in Ari Aster films.
Yeah.
He hides a lot of things in the background that you wouldn't think about until you see it a second time.
That are like, what's the word I'm looking for?
Foreshadowing?
Foreshadowing.
Well, there's foreshadowing, especially in Midsommar.
Yeah, you told me about that.
Yeah, but in Hereditary, there's a lot of scenes where, like, there's literally somebody standing in the background, but you wouldn't notice it because the focus isn't on them.
Oh.
But it's something that's, like, pivotal to the plot.
Yeah. It's always good. I think we talked about this already, but it's always
Yeah.
good when there's something that you didn't catch the first time.
Yeah, it's fun to watch it a second time and to figure out all the things.
Shrek 4 is there's probably things that we missed in Shrek 4 that were callbacks to the original movie.
Probably a lot.
If we want to start talking about Shrek 4 again. No. But yeah, I like that because like, yeah, once you watch a horror movie like one time, it's only fun to watch again if you're with someone who hasn't watched it.
Yeah.
And you just look over at them.
And you see him. Yeah.
Or you don't want to look over too, obviously, because you'll pin it up.
Yeah, but you want to see like how they react. Yeah.
That was like there was a game that I had that reaction to. It was near Automata.
Yeah.
Automata. I think it's Automata.
Whatever.
Because there's a part where this like naked dude drops out of the big ball of robots, and it's so like out in left field.
Yeah.
I would just show it to people and be like, "You should play this game," and they'd say, "No, that's an anime weeaboo game."
Well, that's sad
Really
that they
touching.
weren't willing to open their minds up to that.
Really goofy game. Really touching story. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess we're done talking about Halloween now.
Yeah.
Do you think we'll watch the remainder of the Halloween movies one day in the future? Originally, I was like, we should just watch all the Halloween movies in the month of October.
Like all of Halloween and all of Shrek.
Yeah, but that would have been like too much. I think that I'm glad we did variety.
Me too.
Although looking at the timelines, we could have done all the timelines in a month. Not all the timelines. Each timeline we could have fit into a month.
I guess so, but I'm not that devoted to...
I'm not either. I like that we watched a bunch of random things. How would you rank all of our Halloween movies in order of most liked to least liked?
Okay.
Do you not remember them?
I'm pulling up a refresher.
I can tell you off the top of my head.
I'm just pulling up the sheets.
Okay, it was Evil Dead 2.
Uh-huh.
Children of the Corn.
Mm-hmm.
Wallace and Gromit.
Mm-hmm.
Which is kind of like our break from scary movies, honestly. Trick or Treat. And then Halloween 1978.
Okay, I would put Trick or Treat at the top.
At the top?
I enjoyed Trick or Treat the most.
Okay.
Wallace and Gromit is next.
Wow.
And then probably Children of the Corn, Evil Dead, and Halloween.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
In that order?
Yeah.
All right, my order for our Halloween movies is Evil Dead number 1.
Yeah, I knew
Wallace
that.
and Gromit number 2.
Yeah.
Trick or Treat number 3, because that was kind of cool.
Well, that's why I put it at the top, because it was the most interesting take.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then number 4 would be Children of the Corn. No, I'm sorry. Number 4 would be Halloween. And then number 5 would be Children of the Corn.
Okay.
Children of the Corn was the most mid movie we watched.
It was pretty mid, but I thought it was funny at least.
That's what the kids called it.
Yeah.
Mid. It was mid.
It was funny at least.
And then Evil Dead 2 was top lane.
Yeah, I knew you'd say that. You love that movie.
Yeah, it's good. And then Wallace and Gromit was really good too.
Yeah. Cheese.
Cheese.
We still have not stopped saying it.
I saw some cheese when I was playing Skyrim earlier.
Yeah.
And I was waiting for you to say it, and you didn't say it.
Aw, I'm sorry. I wasn't watching you.
There was a lot of cheese.
A lot of cheese.
Like a whole shelf, bookshelf was full of cheese.
Don't forget the crackers, Dovahkiin.
Wow. Well, this is a really long one. We haven't even gotten to the last part.
Oh yeah, I guess so.
So, Lauren, what is your screenless shout out this week?
Over the last 2 days?
Over the last 2 days, do you have anything new that you want to shout out?
The mall.
The mall.
The mall. The mall is an interesting place to walk around. Whether it's a dead mall or a very lively mall, it's very interesting to go and see
The mall.
the mall. We are fortunate enough to have a very lively mall near us we like to go to. We also have a couple of very dead malls.
It's just like one.
We have one very dead mall.
The other one was demolished.
Yeah, the other one was demolished.
Demolished.
Yeah, demolished. Putting the mall in demolished.
Wow.
Sorry. And today, since we didn't go to the Renaissance Fair, we decided to just have a nice little day walking around the mall, and we went to a diner first and got breakfast.
I got some Christmas presents for my friends.
Yes.
Yeah.
We started getting Christmas presents for our friends. And, yeah, it's always interesting to see the fun things they have at the mall.
Yeah.
And it's just nice to walk around.
It is nice to walk around.
Yeah.
Especially now that it's getting colder.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to be able to just walk around in parks and stuff unless we want to be, bundled up and stuff.
Yeah.
So the mall's, the best place to walk around other than, a treadmill in winter time, in the cold times.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to say winter yet.
Yeah, it's not winter yet.
Yeah. Okay, so your screenless shout out this week is the mall.
The mall.
Cool.
What is your screenless shout out?
My screenless shout out this week is, I had one that I wanted to be the last one because I'm trying to do happy things.
Mm-hmm.
My screenless shout out is, I'll just say it anyway. My screenless shout out is drawing.
Drawing.
Yes, drawing, even though, as preluded in our first Halloween episode, I've been drawing on a screen.
Yes.
But I recently bought a book on how to draw women.
How to draw the female figure.
How to draw the female figure. And I'm still planning, because I've been so busy doing this and that for this podcast, to draw on paper. Women and men.
Women!
But mostly women, because I have such a hard time drawing them. I don't know why. Well, I do know why. My mom didn't let me draw women.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, and maybe my screenless shout out is just women.
Wow.
Oh, that's weird.
I mean, women make you happy.
Of course. Women should make everyone happy.
I don't have to do anything. I don't want to do.
Okay. But no, my screenless shout out is the drawing part. Like, I got drawing paper because, like, it's just way much more fun. Way much more fun.
Yeah.
To draw on paper than an iPad. And you can get the little filter that makes it feel like paper, but then, like, oh, I forgot we were making soup.
Yeah.
But then, like, everything you do on the iPad is going to feel like you're on paper and look like you're on paper, and it messes with the color, and the iPad has such nice color.
Yeah.
Like, why would you want to do that? So it's always, I enjoy drawing on paper way more. Way more.
Yeah.
Even on sticky notes at work, I draw and I'm like, wow, why is this so much more fun?
Yeah, I
is
agree
it the
with
feeling?
that. I like drawing on paper a lot. I also haven't drawn a lot in the last year or so.
Yeah, I also appreciate every drawing paper company that makes the loops on the top, because I'm left-handed.
You go just flip the book.
No, I don't. That would drive me insane. I like manga, and that would still drive me insane.
Wow.
Because it would be upside down too. You can't just turn it around.
It's not like the pages are lined. It's not gonna matter.
I know, but it would just drive me nuts.
Okay.
It'd be, yeah, it would drive me nuts. But yeah, drawing, it's therapeutic. Even if you're not good at drawing, you should give it a try. You might find that it's really easy. It literally is just a few circles and a few lines.
Yeah.
And that's making it sound like anyone can draw.
It's true.
But honestly, anyone can draw.
Anyone can draw.
I took a decently long break that was partially linked to my dark ages in high school from drawing. And because I drew a lot of anime characters.
Yeah.
As one does.
Yeah, as one does.
I stopped drawing, and I had to, like, I didn't forget how to draw, but, like, when I picked it back up, like, just a few years ago, seriously picked it back up a few years ago, it wasn't all there.
Yeah.
But I'm better at drawing than I ever was today. I can guarantee you that. I'm not posting any of my drawings on here.
Well, you do Tubi.
I drew Tubi, yeah. I drew our mascot. I drew all the images of him on Twitter that we made, all like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah.
I drew some like Hatsune Miku pictures.
Ooh.
Or on Twitter, because I was gonna do a year's worth of like poses for Miku. Then I was like,
oh yeah,
I need a reference, like real reference material for this shit. That's why I got the book, and it took like months to come in.
It took a long time.
Will said he bought it too, but I don't believe him. He's gonna have to show me next time I come over to his apartment or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, it's good. You can get better. Anyone can get better at anything if they try hard enough.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, if you put your mind to it, you can do anything, and you might find drawing for yourself, not for like a job, to be therapeutic.
Drawing can be very fun, even just like a nice way to relax.
Yeah, don't think you're gonna upload art to make money on Twitter right away.
No.
Yeah, I think that's the problem with a lot of people these days. It's like, what can I do that's fun that will monetize?
Well,
like this podcast. No, I'm just kidding. This podcast, I'm not expecting to make a dime off of ever.
No, but like people monetizing hobbies.
It kills it a little bit.
Yeah, it makes it not fun. That's why, because when I first started getting crafty, like crocheting,
immediately people are like, oh, you should sell this.
Yeah, people are like, when are you going to start an Etsy shop?
Yeah,
I'm like, that's not what I do it for.
Yeah,
like if that's what I did it for, then that'd be one thing. It'd be my career choice.
Yeah,
I guess, but it's also really hard to break through in that kind of market in the first place.
That's a good way to get burnt out too.
Yeah, it's also a very good way to get burnt out.
When I went to college for graphic design, I did it because I liked art and I liked to draw. I liked it. I didn't like think that I would do okay in a career with it. And I was good at it. I made some good stuff and I was doing okay with my class. But it got to the point where I was like, I don't think I'm gonna get it. First, I was like, I don't think I'm gonna get a job going to technical school for graphic design.
Yeah.
And I was like, I think if I like this enough, if I actually like to do it, I will just do it on my own. And then I switched to IT, and then the rest is history,
I guess.
And I was like, if I like graphic design, I'll do it on my own. I've not done a single thing other than like making some mock-ups for stuff for this channel.
Yeah, I mean,
which is the most graphic design work I've done in a long time, and it's hardly anything so far.
Yeah,
but
people who make stuff to sell online, because like I follow a lot of artists who have like a monthly Patreon subscription or something where they like send you stickers every month or whatever.
Yeah.
But people like that, they know there's a market for people who want that.
Right.
And it's mostly young women. But
okay, well,
I mean, from my experience, I guess they know there's someone that's always going to want their stuff.
Yeah.
But it's also fairly cheap.
Yeah.
It's like $10 a month to get a sticker sheet and some cool post-it notes or something every single month.
That's cool.
They manufacture these things, and it's really awesome. A lot of people use like Crickets and stuff too now.
Crickets?
Mm-hmm. But like to make their own sticker sheets.
Or
circuits, whatever it's called.
Cricut.
Yeah, I've always said Cricket.
I don't know what it's called either.
Circuit?
I
don't know. You know what I mean. Everyone knows what I mean. You make the stickers on it.
Yes.
But also, like the hobbies that I do, if I actually sold stuff for what it's actually worth,
it'd be expensive.
It'd be hundreds of dollars.
Yeah, especially the quilts.
Especially the quilts would be like hundreds, upwards of like $1,000.
You did sell a few of them early on, and they were expensive.
I undersold myself.
You undersold. Yeah.
Because it was to friends, and then I actually started doing a couple legit commissions for people, and I had to like rethink how I did everything.
Yeah.
And even now, I'm not really doing any commissions. I'm just doing stuff for friends still. But I told them it might be a long time coming because
you're busy.
Because I'm busy and I have things that I want to work on too.
I missed a little bit when I shaved.
You also
how embarrassing!
Missed, like, the top of your...
Oh, how embarrassing! Oh my gosh. Yeah. So
yeah, like there's a quilt I want to make for your mom. And there's the quilts that I'm making for Brooke and Delilah.
Yeah.
But also I have like my own things that I want to make.
Right.
And work on, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. So basically the moral of the story is if you want to learn how to do something, don't immediately think this is going to be my...
Do something that you're going to enjoy, not do something you want to turn into a side hustle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not everything has to be a side hustle.
Yeah.
You can just enjoy things, and that's okay.
Like I'm thinking about, I keep forgetting about it, but I'm thinking about taking this Coursera course from Google. This is not sponsored. Of course, because we don't have sponsors. For user interface design, which uses that program that girl's using on that video we were watching. I forgot what it's called too.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And like building websites?
And no, anything. Apps. You can do anything on that on that piece of software. I cannot think of the name. Holy shit.
Called Slider?
It's not Slider, no. That was there was like a 3D modeling thing that she used, and then there was another program. God, I'm trying to think of what it is. Will is probably screaming at
he definitely
he knows what it is because I know Will used it for an app one time. Yeah, so there's that. And I thought about doing that, but none of it's for like, oh, this is going to be my side hustle. Just for fun, yeah. And I don't know. So, yeah, art should be fun first. Your career should not ever be fun.
No, I mean, if you do art, you happen to make money on it.
Yeah.
Well, it's one thing to have a job where you do art and you also happen to enjoy it.
Yes.
You know, but people who...
You can't always seek... I should rephrase what I said. You cannot always seek to have fun in your career.
So if
because there's always going to be a bad time.
If you go into a career thinking it's going to be the best time of your life.
Yeah.
You're probably actually going to hate it.
Right.
Like, say you're someone who went to school for illustration, and then you actually go and get into the field and illustrating things and doing things for companies. Or I guess animation is a better one to exemplify. People who go to school for animation because it's a passion of theirs.
They're just artists.
Yeah, and they're artists, and they're like, okay, well, let me now go look for an animation studio. Mm-hmm. You're going to hate it. You're going to hate every moment of it.
It's going to be tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to
Because it's not going to be everything that you psyched it up to be.
Yeah, and when you do a job, it's always a job first. If you have fun at the job, that's good.
It's happenstance, honestly.
That's just a perk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, that's what I meant to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. So have fun at your job if you can.
Yeah, make the most of it.
Okay. So I think we've side-loaded a lot of stuff onto this one.
Yeah.
Sorry,
you guys can tell when I don't like episodes.
Yeah,
it's because I didn't write anything down.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about it.
Well, I hope next week. I guess we'll just say what we're watching next week. Next week we will be flipping back to.
It's my month.
And by next week I mean Friday.
This upcoming Friday.
We will be flipping back to regular movies. No Shrek. No scary movies.
Nope. But it's all things that I chose.
Yes, and we're starting with
Interview with a Vampire.
Yes. So.
Yep.
Yeah. We might have some other stuff planned for November, but we're still thinking about it.
Yeah.
So just be on the lookout for another Good Screen Direct. We might make a little video.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we're really excited about November and the future. In the next 2 months at least. We don't really have anything planned for January yet.
Yeah.
But we'll work on that. We will really, honest to God, work on that.
Mm-hmm. We've got spreadsheets.
We have a spreadsheet now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a to-do list, but we made it for the podcast.
Yeah.
So, yeah, thank you everyone for hanging in there for Spooky Movie Month.
Yay!
We hope you had as much fun watching as we did watching the movies.
Yeah, out of all 5 movies we watched for Spooky Movie, there's only one I really didn't like.
Yeah, we recommend you watch at least 4 out of 5 of them.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to end it here, and we will see you all next time.
Yay! Have a good day!
See you later.
Bye-bye!